Marks 10 months since hundreds of families dropped their daughters off at Camp Mystic in Kerr County.
And days later, a flash flood tore through that camp, killing 27 campers and counselors, along with the camp's director. And during 2 days of hearings, state lawmakers heard heartbreaking stories from the families of victims and those who survived the flood.
Many of those lawmakers question whether the camp should reopen this summer. KVUE's Daniel Perot joining us now in studio. And Daniel, at the end of the day, they might not have the power to prevent that from happening.
That's right. Family members who lost loved ones have made very clear they do not want to see Camp Mystic reopen this summer. They gave detailed and emotional testimony that might be difficult for people to listen to. And today, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick urged the Eastland family, which owns Camp Mystic, to reconsider their plans and withdraw their license application. Whether the camp reopens is up to state regulators, but as you'll see, it's not quite that simple.
Mommy, when the water reached my neck, I thought I was going to die.
Gut-wrenching descriptions of what young girls went through as flood waters tore through Camp Mystic.
I never knew signing that Mystic application was signing Kellyanne's death certificate.
The camp had no real evacuation plan and waited too long to act as the water rose.
They were not killed by Mother Nature, but by complacency, ego, and tradition.
The Eastland family hopes to reopen Camp Mystic in about a month at their Cypress Lake camp, but they need to renew their license to operate. Last week, the state health department, which will decide if the camp gets one, found 22 deficiencies in the emergency plan on Camp Mystic's application for items including camper safety training, evacuation plan, and parent notification.
We plan to correct all the deficiencies, so I think by law we should be able to get a license.
The state health agency says it's only issued 3 licenses to camps that meet all the new requirements. Of the 302 other camps, 178 have issues with their emergency plans.
We will not issue a license or a renewal until all of those requirements are met.
If the state denies Camp Mystic a license, the camp will be able to appeal and continue to operate while that appeal plays out, unless the state gets a judge to issue a temporary injunction. State Representative Drew Darby, who wrote one of the camp safety bills passed last year, says he believes the agency can suspend a camp's license.
If they don't meet the emergency preparedness plans, then you must suspend.
In a social media post, State Representative Wes Verdell, who represents Kerr County, called the legislation detrimental to camps and campers, saying it costs millions of dollars for some camps to comply. The Texas Rangers are helping investigate hundreds of complaints about Camp Mystic. Dishes says it will make a license decision based on the full picture, including the results of the investigations.
I know they want to make it right. I think making it right is hitting a pause button here.
Families channeling heartbreak into action, speaking directly to the Eastlands.
You have not only destroyed our lives, but that you've destroyed your own.
When they were asked what they would do if the state denied them a license, Richard Eastland told state lawmakers that they would appeal but not operate camp. However, another one of the Eastlands, Britt, said that they'd have to talk about it as a family before making a decision. Camp Mystic leaders plan to reopen on May 30th and hold 6 10-day sessions throughout this summer. In the studio, Daniel Perot, KVUE News.